Hello and welcome to Beauty Your Way with Bryn. And today I'm going to be teaching you how to contour and highlight. So we're going to get started. I've already applied contour to the right side of my face, but let's do it again. So I'm going to show you actually how I did it. Okay. So you can see I already have highlighter, or actually I do have my highlighter on, and I have contouring. So what I did was I took our Mary Kay setting powder, and you can go 2 to 3 shades lighter for a highlight of your foundation. So I chose a powder like 3 shades lighter than my typical foundation color. And so you'll just go in your powder like this. And I always use a lid to press it into the brush because we're going to tap it out like that. And you can press this product into your pores, okay? So this is just going to make the center of my face light. You want to actually erase the outer part of your face. What you really want is an oval shaped face. So you want to capture this part of your face. So that's what we're going to do. So I highlighted the center, and then I am going to, I already had my foundation on. I failed to tell you that. I already have my foundation on. And so I just put powder on through 3 shades lighter in the center of my face. Okay. Now I'm using a bronze, not a bronzer, but a bronze setting powder. I don't want any shimmer on the outer part of my face. Shimmer draws attention too. Okay. So we don't want attention on the outer part of our face. Wherever you don't want attention, you don't put shimmer, because shimmer is going to draw people's eyes to that spot of your face. That's why we don't really want shimmer on the center of our face. Shimmer can be, make people think that it's actually oil instead of a shimmer. And so you don't want to look like you have oily skin. So you don't want to put shimmer all over your face. Okay. So again, we want everything to look natural. We want to look like we had the contours as when we were youthful. Okay. So I'm going to take some of my contouring powder. Now, as you can see, I already have it on this side so that you can see the difference. See how much thinner it makes this side of my face appear, because I call it chiseling out my contours. Okay, so I'm chiseling out my face. Now I'm going to show you how I do this. So I'm going to take this brush. Actually, our powder brush, our blush brush is the best because of the way it's designed. I grab this brush. So we're going to start right here at the ear, and we're coming underneath the bone. Okay. Our blush is going to go on top of our cheekbone. This is going underneath to bring out the cheekbone. And so you don't want to come any farther in than you stop at the round part of your cheekbone. So you're going to start there. Then you're going to just, depending on your forehead size, if you have a small forehead, then you probably are not going to want to put your contouring color up here if you already have a small forehead, because this is just going to make it look smaller. Okay. So what can you see now, right now, how I've shadowed this out, and what you're seeing is the oval part of my face. So as I finish, you're going to see this. So I come along this jawline to contour so that I have that cheekbone, or not cheekbone, but this bone right here, the jawline. I'll catch it in a second. So jawline, I want to create that so that it kind of helps to hide a double chin. And then we're going to blend down. Okay, just don't want to have a lot of stopping and starting points, as well as you're going to keep blending this. You want everything to look as natural as possible. Okay, so really where our focus should be on our face, so we don't want a lot of shimmers, is we want the focus to be on our eyes and our lips. That's your two best features. We want to take as much attention away from our nose as possible. That's why we keep a lot of color away from our nose. When it comes to cheek color, if you apply it right here, then our nose is our biggest feature on our face. And when you put a lot of highlighter or whatever, a lot of color, maybe even put a lot of brown on it, then you draw attention to your nose, and that's all people see. And that's not what we want people to see. We want people to see our eyes and our lips, our two best features. So we're just going to keep blending this. And as you can already see, it definitely makes my face look thinner. And then you're noticing the just in here of my face, the oval part of my face. Okay, so we're going to do that. Just blending it well, making sure it's all blended well. So I think I might need my lighter powder brush to just blend in there. Again, we want this bone to look sharp. Okay, that's what we're doing here. Then we're going to, I'm going to highlight the center or around my eyes, and then I'm going to put some contour on my nose. But I'm going to use this light ivory concealer. That one would not be light. Okay, so we're going to use a light ivory concealer. Oh, darn it. I forgot. Here they are. Alrighty, so we're going to use a brush. You're going to use a, you do want to use a cream brush, and I'm trying to locate that. There we go. So we're going to use a cream brush to put our concealer on. A cream brush is stiffer, okay? So I'm going to use light ivory concealer. It's a matte. It has no shimmer in it. We don't want any shimmer around our eye in here because that is going to draw attention to. And we don't want attention in here or the lower part of our eye. And I typically do this after I have my shadow on so that it will clean up as well. But that's for another video. Okay, but right now I'm going to show you how to highlight around your eyes. You can even put this highlighter underneath your shadow so that it really makes your shadow pop. So I'm just going to put this in here like this. Okay, now see how this is making your eye look tighter? The skin looks tighter. It looks more rested and awake. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to set it with this lighter powder. I'll do the other eye off camera so that y'all don't have to set through that. Okay, so you're just going to use this. And now I'm drawing up the corner of my eye like that because we want light to lift. Okay, so we want this lifted. So just put a little powder on there to set this. Okay. I don't have my eyebrow drawn on either, but again, this video is about contouring and highlighting. Now I'm going to show you how I contour around my nose. Okay. Always tap the powder so that it doesn't fall all over your face. Okay, so highlighted eye with the matte, set it with your powder, and then I'm going to start on my nose like this, and I'm going to bring attention. This really sharpens the eye as well. Okay, draws more attention to, well, here I just went and did this other side. Okay, can you see this? There we go. So that is your contour. Up here, I don't have good lighting on this side over here, so hopefully when I'm in the light, that is going to be well blended. Okay. Okay, so there's what we're going to do with that. And then I will use some, I'm going to use some highlighter, and I'm going to show you where to place our highlighter. So you're going to use a clean brush for this. Okay. Now you can use some shimmer highlighter. Okay, so it's going to be one of these two. You could also use a crystalline eyeshadow if you would prefer that. I'm going to use this color right now and show you. So again, I don't have my eyebrow on, but we would put this shimmer right on top of the cheekbone. I would actually apply this after my cheek color is on. So let me just do that color so you can see it, because I don't want to put cheek color over this. So I'm going to use my cheek brush, okay, and I'm going to choose a cheek color. Notice how I barely tip in that and see how much color is in there. So I would put my cheek color right down this bone, staying 3 fingers away from my nose, okay. So can you see why I need to put my cheek color on before I would put the highlighter on? Okay. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to take some more of my highlighter, the shimmer, and it goes over the arch of the brow, and I will finish my brow off camera. But see how I'm doing kind of like a V. And if you would like, you can put a little right there. So as far as actually putting a lot of bronzer on your face, I don't really think that you need it, because you're going to get the color so that you don't look washed out. You're going to get the color that you want from contouring. You can get the shimmer from a highlighter. See how that, okay, see how that looks versus that side. Okay, so let's put a little bit more shimmer on here. Always start in the back with your color, because wherever the brush touches first, that's where you're going to have, the most color. Okay. So we're going to come here over the arch of the brow for a lift. All right. Now, some people do put a little of this here, but I really don't want a lot of attention to my nose. So I want it to be on my eyes. I'll do my eyeshadow in a little bit, but I want more attention to be just the center of my face and not really on my nose. But if that's the trend and that's what you want to do, then you can put that on there. But just note that it is going to draw more attention to your nose, but we want the most attention on our eyes and lips. Okay. So that is your contouring and highlighting video for today. Bye-bye.